Hi, my name's Jeffrey Dantis, and welcome to Position Stick Golf. Position Stick Golf is the training aid line that I've developed to help us better understand the fundamentals of the golf swing. My fundamentals are PAR, P-A-R, positions, angles, and rotation. You have to learn how to rotate to properly play this game of golf, to make it more consistent for the golfer. Here's our training tool, and it's called the Position Stick PS1. It has a club face arm attachment and the main body of the training aid. So we're going to take the club face arm and attach it to the main body, and just screw it in and make sure it's tight. Now what I've done is I've taken the golf swing and I've broken it up into 4 rotations of the golf swing. Number 1 being your shoulders, number 2 being your arms, number 3 being your hands, and number 4 being your hips. So we're going to work on the first rotation right now. So I'm going to take the club face arm and I'm going to put it right on my sternum. And I want the yellow ball over my trailing shoulder. And I'm going to set up by bending from the waist. Now I'm going to take the yellow ball and make sure it's pulled all the way out. This is going to be our power ball in all of our golf shots, all of our learning properties. So I'm going to set up. Now what I want to do is learn how to properly rotate my shoulders. So I want to rotate my shoulders around my spine. This is my spine. I want to rotate around that. Rotate back and rotate through. Noticing that the ball is coming out right in front of me every time. So I'm going to do it again. Rotate around this ball. Turn this ball back and turn this ball through. If I face my target out into the driving range, it's like this. Rotate back, rotate through. Keeping my eyes on the ball, making sure that it's coming out in the same spot. This ensures that my shoulders are now rotating around my spine. Now I'm going to grip the golf club or the training device. And when I set up, what I want to make sure when I get into a proper setup position is when I pull the top part of the ball out, it's right at my belt buckle. So I'm going to start with it at my belt buckle. Now, as I make that shoulder rotation, our first rotation, what's going to happen in the training aid is the red ball is going to slide away from the yellow ball. That's first rotation. That's what we want to learn. Getting that first rotation, that nice shoulder turn happening. The second part of the golf swing, we want to learn how this arm rotates. Our lead arm is going to do the rotation. So I'll set up, shoulders. Now the second rotation is my left arm. I'm going to rotate my left arm and the whole training device back. What's going to happen is the red ball is going to come out in front of me, and the red ball is going to go back to where it started against the yellow ball. So we'll do that again. Shoulder rotation, left arm rotation. Now as I put my right arm back on the club, what I'm going to notice is that my elbow is by my side and my right hand is underneath the club in that waiter position. So when I keep both hands on, it will look like this. First, shoulder rotation. Second, arm rotation. Now I can wind up as far as I want and I'm right on line. As long as this red ball stays on my target line, I'm good. When I get over here, I'm across the line. I don't want to cross that line. I want to keep that red ball where I can see it. Now we're going to learn the third rotation. That's when our hands rotate from underneath the club to get on top of the club. And how we're going to make sure it works properly is this red ball is going to come out in front of us as this red ball moves away from the yellow ball. So it'll look like this. Red ball out in front and red away from yellow. This gets my right hand on top, my elbow clear from my hip, and puts me in a great position to once again deliver that power ball to the golf ball. So when I put the 4 rotations together, it will look like this. Shoulders, left arm, hands, and hips. So now I'm back at the target. The red ball is now away from the yellow ball, which means I've unloaded my power into that golf ball. I'm going to grab a golf club and show you how it will work with a real golf club after you've learned with your training aids. So now I'm here, I got my iron. I want to go through the same motion that I did with a training aid to the golf ball. So as I set up, I'm going to go back. There's my shoulders. There's my left arm. Here's the red ball out in front and the red down and my hip turn. So learning these 4 simple rotations very slowly and doing it every day for 5 minutes is going to help our muscle memory better understand what we're trying to do with this golf club and our body to create a consistent golf swing that's going to make your golf scores get a lot lower. I hope my training aids will help your golf game and help you better understand when you come to the driving range what you're really trying to practice.